So we're going to talk about identity. Okay. That's what we're going to talk about. Okay. Y'all know what it is. Some people, they're okay with how they came into this world. They're okay with how they've been indoctrinated. They are okay with accepting things the way that they are. Okay. And they don't want that disrupted. Okay. This is how I came into the world. This is what I was taught. This is what I was told. This is what I believe, and I don't want that disrupted. But the problem is when they can't respect or be happy or content with their own sphere, their own reality, biosphere, if I can just make up a term for it. The problem that I have is when they try to step in my biosphere, my reality sphere, and you're trying to regulate, delegate how I want to express, how I want to view, how I want to govern my life as I see it. And so with those type of situations, you have to be accountable for your own sphere of reality and how you see it and how you delegate it and how you govern it. Because there are individuals that will come to your sphere of reality and say, you don't have the right to be this and you don't have the right to be that. You don't have the right to change anything. You're not real or you're not authentic because you're not willing to stay the same, or you're not willing to stay in this. You're not willing to abide by the status quo, or you're not willing to accept what you've been given. We've been given titles. We've been given names. We've been given insignias that have been imposed by other people. Some of those things imposed have not been very positive. Some of those things that has been imposed have been positive, but the person's heart was right and they didn't know any better, such as our parents and people that love us but didn't understand us. Okay. So with that being said, you have to take ownership and responsibility of your own sphere of reality. You got to take responsibility for that. No one has the right to tell you who you are and who you're not. No one has the right to tell you that you can't be this because of this. No one has a right to tell you what your persona should be according to their ideologies. No one has the right to do that. And a lot of us are in a stagnated place. We have been without bloom. We have been without soaring, elevating, progressing, evolving, because we're subject to somebody else they don't even have the power to create a proof of claim. Don't even have the proof of claim for your own reality. Well, because we're trying to abide by how others feel and their comfortability and how they perceive us. And there's no way you can evolve if that is what you subject yourself to govern your life. There's no way that you can even evolve. So what do you say? What do we say to individuals that come against you in such a manner? What do we say? What do we say to that? What do we say when you make your declaration, you make your public declaration, hey, I'm this. And someone has the audacity to say, you're not that, you'll never be that because of A, B, and C. I'm here to tell you guys, you have a right to be who the fuck you want to be at the end of the day. And no one has the fucking right to tell you otherwise. Excuse the profanity. But I've got to drive the nails in the coffin because this has got to be dead today. This has got to be dead today. You have the right to be whoever the hell you want to be, and no one has the right. The only thing you have the right to do is have an opinion. But you don't allow no one's opinion to be the boss of who you are today and who you want to be. I saw a Instagram post and it said, I have the right. I don't have to be the same person I was 5 minutes ago. I don't have to be the same person I was 10 minutes ago. I don't have to be the same person I was 10 years ago. You have a right to change who the hell you want to be, whether it's the next minute. Whatever you see fit for your evolution, whatever you see that's needed to be done, follow suit with that. Because you're trying to arrive to a destination. It's really no destination. A destination is the forecast of what you see right now. How you see yourself right now. And so for those individuals, be content with who you are. Be content with, if you want to stay monotonous in your lifestyle and who you are and what you've been told, stay over there in your sphere of reality. Okay? Somebody told me one time, they said your mind is fucked up and you need some medicine for your mind. Because they didn't choose to understand who I was. You're not going to understand who someone is overnight, in a year. Some of us may never understand some people. But because I didn't think like that individual according to their perception and their reality that they created for themselves, they looked at my reality, which is a totally different blueprint, as a sickness. And they were entitled to feel that way. But I have the right to reject that. And not only do I have the right to reject that, what he feels is sickness, what he feels or what they may feel is uncomfortable to them. My response to that is, I like the way I think. The way I think is unique, and guess what? I like it. So I stay consistent with my sphere of reality and even how my thinking process. I stay consistent. And when I stay consistent and I stayed true to that, something phenomenal happened. And at that point is when my evolution began to take shape and form and produce fruit. Now I get paid for the thoughts that the individual thought was fucked up. People pay me for how I think now. Sometimes your situation is not fucked up. Sometimes the way you think is not fucked up. Sometimes the way you govern your life is not fucked up. Sometimes it's just different. And you have to believe that it's different. And you have to believe that it's okay. Because at the end of the day, you want to see growth. You want to see expansion with your life. Consistency is not always good when there is no growth. Because consistency without growth is monotony. Y'all know what it is.